All right. It is just shy of 8:30. I've got about 8:28, so I'll wait maybe one more minute and then we'll get going with tonight's breaks. Okay, good evening, everybody. It is just about 8:30 now, so we're starting right on time. Tonight we are ready for night number 3 of Breaker Club number 2 for the year 2024. As a friendly reminder for those that maybe are stumbling across this and maybe don't know, Breakers Club is essentially a group break thing that I do once in a while where we pay participants pay one price and then we open a whole bunch of boxes based basically on the number of teams I'm able to sell. We were able to sell all of the teams for this particular Breakers Club, which meant that we have tons and tons of boxes. In fact, I think we ended up with like 20 boxes in this different types of boxes in this particular break. So for tonight, we will be opening our next 4 boxes, which will include a retail blaster of 2023 Prism, a retail back when the retail boxes were giant of Upper Deck MVP 1999 with a chance for autographs in that, although I think quite slim. A box of 2022 Topps Chrome. I believe this is like the Sonic edition. I think that's what those were called. And then also a box of last year's Allen and Ginter. This is a hobby box, so it should have 3 hits in it. So that's what's on tap for tonight. And I think we're going to start with the 2 retail boxes first. In fact, let's do this one first. This is our box of 1999 Upper Deck MVP. I was trying to see which side is the back side. I guess this would be the back. And so, as always, good luck to everybody. Hello, JC. Hello, Super Gadget. Hello to everyone else as well. Okay, so it had one plastic wrap on it. Now it has another plastic wrap on it. I guess I cut through both. All right, now I think we're in. Okay, so this has a 9 packs plus 1 bonus pack, free inside 1 bonus pack, value added, it claims. I remember when blasters look like this, and probably when we open up, we'll be greeted with a giant thing of styrofoam. We'll be greeted with Upper Deck first, but yeah. Okay, so here's the packs. And then this is the bonus pack that's sort of inset there, although they're all the same as far as I know. And then, like I said, I just remember these coming with a giant block of styrofoam. Definitely not eco-friendly. So while the boxes look a lot bigger than blasters do now, they don't really hold more cards than maybe they do now. All right, so let me clear some of this junk out of here. This was in case you wanted to see what that looked like. Basically, thank you for your purchase, blah, blah, blah. Nothing overly special there. Okay, so we're going to start with our Upper Deck MVP. This was, if I'm not mistaken, this was Upper Deck's sort of transition away from their Collector's Choice line. I believe they had both in 1999, if I'm not mistaken. And while there are elements of this set that I actually do like, I always like the Collector's Choice a lot more. But we're starting off on a high note, at least for the Yankees. There's Derek Jeter right off the bat. And I mean, it's a nice design. I like the colors and whatnot. Font's a little wonky. Names going in the vertical, and I'm not a huge fan of. And your card back's fairly typical upper deck. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. And then, of course, big team logo is nice for group breaks. All right, moving on. Diamondbacks, Matt Williams. We got Roy Halladay just chilling against the wall there for the Blue Jays. For the Padres, Jim Leyritz. Another Yankee, Roger Clemens. Cards aren't too sticky. Shades of Collector's Choice right there. We've got the silver signature parallel. This is Jim Parquet of the White Sox. For the Mets, Hideo Nomo. I bought a fair bit of this set back in the day. Bobby Abreu for the Phillies. We've got Todd Helton for the Rockies. And rounding out pack one, Carlos Delgado for Toronto. Actually surprised at how many of those cards I recognize just from my own collection. Again, from back in the day. This is not a set I built, but all right. Daryl Kyle starts us off for the Rockies. For the Reds, Pete Harnish. Hippolito Picardo for the Royals. There's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time. We have a Benito Santiago as a Cub. Guy played for about 10 million teams. Another Cub, Rod Beck, with his mullet. David Ortiz as a Twin. Hello, Andy. We have a Tino Martinez for the Yankees. Nice Tino. Albert Bell for the Orioles. We have Ruben Rivera for the Padres. And Derek Gibson for the Rockies. Now, did we not have a... I thought the silver signatures were in every pack, but that pack did not have a silver signature, so maybe they are not at one per pack. In Collector's Choice, they were. That's why we do. So JC says this is smack dab in the middle of non-collecting time, and that's the fun of Breakers Club. This was kind of at the end of my collecting time. Then in 1999, I bought a fair number of cards. 2000, I bought a few, and then I was a senior in 01 in high school, so I did not buy cards then, hardly at all. And then I didn't really buy any until I was out of college and finally got a real job. Tom Glavine, Braves. For the Red Sox, John Valentine. For the Reds, Michael Tucker. I do remember that card. Always thought it was strange. Ryan Christensen, Athletics. For the Tigers, Dean Palmer. There's a silver signature. Travis Lee for the Diamondbacks. For the Athletics, Ben Grieve. For the Astros, Derek Bell. Names are a little hard to read. Yugith Urbina, Expos. That'll go in the national slot. And Ron Gant as a Philly. Yeah, opening up some of these not super old products, but older products is always fun. We got Miguel Tejada for the Athletics. For the Indians, Sandy Alomar Jr. And we're getting a lot of good names for the era here. Billy Wagner, Astros. There's Hippolito Picardo again. That's kind of a bummer to get a duplicate. Benito Santiago. We've seen him already, haven't we? Bubba Trammell, Rays. For the Braves, Javier Lopez. Bartolo Colon, Indians. For the Pirates, Pat Mears. And for the Royals, Jeremy Giambi. Let's see. Do they say Silver Script is 1 and 2 packs? So every other pack, basically. So that checks. Jeff King, Royals. In fact, I just noticed that Upper Deck put odds on their pack wrapper. They were one of the first companies to stop doing that. Ellis Burks, Giants. There's another silver signature. This is Pudge Rodriguez, silver sig. I know someone that'll be happy about that. Going to Texas. And we have a Power Surge. This is Jeff Bagwell for the Astros. Kind of a interesting, very upper deck design. Back of that looks like. All right. We've got Eric Milton for the Twins. Jim Parquet for the White Sox. Craig Biggio, Astros. Shane Moynihan, Mariners. Rusty Greer, Rangers. And for the Red Sox, Jason Varitek. It's a nice pudge, and the shiny card's kind of neat. I don't think I've seen that insert, so at least I don't remember it. Travis Fryman going to the Indians. For the Royals, Johnny Damon. We have another Silver Sig. This going to the Phillies, Doug Glanville. And behind him is a Derek Jeter Super Tools. Now those are seeded 1 in 14 packs. So not quite one per box. So that's a nice one for the Yankees. That's what the back of that looks like. So a couple of inserts all of a sudden. We've got Carlos Beltran for the Royals. There's our salmon sighting. Got to have a salmon, right? Cliff Floyd, Marlins. For the Dodgers, Kevin Brown. For my Reds, Denny Nagel. And David Wells for Toronto. So what do you think of the set for those that haven't seen this before? A lot of shiny. That is true. A lot of shiny. This was kind of the smack dab in the middle of the everything needs to be foil craze, which is a craze I would be happy to not ever return to. Omar Vizquel, Cleveland. Mark Kotze, Marlins. We've got Pudge Rodriguez regular base card. So here we can quickly compare the regular to the silver signature. Yeah, it's a solid design. It's not spectacular, but I like it. Backs are nice. Much better than your typical upper deck backs around this era. Early 90s upper deck owned the back of the card, but Carlos Hernandez, Padres. For the Athletics, Eric Chavez. There's Javier Lopez again for the Braves. I don't like the number of duplicates we're getting already. Bartolo Colon, Indians. Eddie Tavency for the Reds. And behind Eddie is a Cardinal, Mark McGuire. And then we have a shiny Swing Time. This is Frank Thomas. Foil board crazy Swing Time. And there's the back of that. A few more packs left. It's like 3 more. And then we still have 3 more boxes. All right. For the Reds, we've got Pete Harnish. For the Expos, Vlad Guerrero. There's another Silver Sig. This one is Manny Ramirez for Cleveland. So we're doing pretty well in the Silver Sigs. Nice Manny. And we have another Scout's Choice. This one is going to the Detroit Tigers. Easy for me to say. Gabe Kapler. He was a popular man for insert sets for a while. Raul Mondesi, Dodgers. A-Rod for the Mariners. Matt Stairs for the Athletics. For the Expos, Fernando Seganol. Michael Barrett for the Expos. And there's a nice Roberto Alomar. Kind of a cool little card. All right, penultimate pack for this box. For the Brewers, Jeff Jenkins. Might be the first Brewer. Chan-Ho Park, Dodgers. Jeff Kent, Giants. For the Rays, Rolando Arroyo. For the White Sox, Paul Konerko. Another Scout's Choice, Ben Grieve. Another very popular insert name around this era. Juan Gonzalez for the Rangers. Sean Casey for the Reds. There's a beautiful Ken Griffey Jr. for the Mariners. And behind him is Kevin Young for the Pirates. All right, last pack. So is there anything else super rare here? There are Mark McGuire game used in autographs possible, but no odds stated for those. I'm guessing they're not common in retail. Eric Karros, Dodgers. There's Derek Jeter, base again. There's Fernando Tatis for the Cardinals. For the Pirates, Aramis Ramirez. Let's see. Brad Fulmer for the Expos. Kerry Wood. That would have been a good one at the time for the Cubs. Jarrett Wright, Indians. For the Tigers, Bobby Higginson. And our final two cards are Brian Jordan for the Braves and Darmel Brown for Kansas City. So that is your box of 1999 Upper Deck MVP. Again, I like the set. It's solid set. I think we did pretty well with our signatures, parallels, Manny, Pudge, Doug Glanville, Travis Lee, Jim Parquet. Certainly could have done worse. And then our inserts were all of the shiny variety. We had Ben Grieve, Scout's Choice. We had Gabe Kapler, Scout's Choice. We had Power Surge, Jeff Bagwell, Frank Thomas, Swing Time, and Super Tools, Derek Jeter. So there you go. One box down. All right, let's stick with the retail theme. We'll do this one. This one should also be fairly quick. So this is last year's Prism set. And this should have 6 packs with 5 cards per pack. So roughly half of what the other box had. There's your empty box. Get that out of my way. All right. So 2023 Prism. Got Cal Ripken, cover boy. And once again, good luck. We start with Vlad Guerrero for the second box in a row. We pulled a Vlad. Andy Pages. Vlad is going to Montreal. Should say that. Andy Pages for LA. Mark Grace, Chicago. We got an A-Rod Blueprints. And behind A-Rod is a blue cracked ice, I think those are called. Tony Oliva from Minnesota. Pretty card. I like that particular parallel design. Not necessarily numbered, but pretty. The blueprints are retail exclusive, according to the blaster. All right. We've got Nap LaJoie. I feel like I looked up how to say his name, or you guys told me, and I forgot, for Cleveland. Joe Tinker, Chicago. Bobby Witt, Kansas City. We have a green Robin Ventura, cracked ice for the White Sox. That is also not numbered. And then a beautiful Ricky Henderson for Oakland. It's a nice pull for Oakland. JC Jeter is a super tool? Question mark. Diego Cartaya for LA. Tamar Johnson, Pittsburgh. Fergie Jenkins, Chicago. We have the old ball game, early win, Cleveland. This is another retail only insert set. Kind of neat, I guess. And then Aaron Zavala for Texas is our blue prism. La Jolla, Andy says. Yep, that sounds like probably you're right. Will I remember that? Well, I've already forgotten one, so I make no promises, but I'll try. Jake Madden, Los Angeles. Grayson Rodriguez, Baltimore. Rolly Fingers, Oakland. Frank Thomas, 3-hole. Maybe not the best named insert. And Division de los Santos for the Diamondbacks. I feel like that's a guy I've seen pop up in cards lately. Don't know anything about him, though. Yiddy Cappy for Miami. Everson Pereira, New York. Good one for the Yanks. Alan Trammell, Detroit. We have a 2080 scale. Bobby Miller scoring a 70 for a slider for LA. That's kind of a cool card. And Mark Grace. Can't beat the blue border for a Cubs card. All right. And we've got one last pack for this blaster. And we start with a Philly. Justin Crawford, Frank Thomas, Chicago, Torrey Hunter, Minnesota, J.R. Ritchie, Atlanta. And that's a Prism. I might miss some Prism parallels in there. And then Connor Prelip for Minnesota. At least I thought it was extra shiny. Yeah, that's definitely a Prism parallel. Might be the only one we got. They're marked on the backs. Yep, that is the only one we got. So one Prism parallel in the last pack. J.R. Ritchie for Atlanta. And then plenty of other parallels. So there you go. 2023 Panini Prism. We'll put those out of the way. Fun little blaster. Prism is one of those sets that I don't think is really great to collect as a set, but if you're a player collector, it's pretty fun because there's lots and lots and lots of parallels to track down if you're into that kind of thing. All right, we're going to save the Ginner for last, so let's jump right into the Topps Chrome. And while I'm on the subject of Chrome, I see that Bowman Chrome is coming out next week, or maybe like a week and a half from now, something like that. But it looks like boxes are currently at like $300. So I don't know. I'm not a Bowman guy, but I know Bowman Chrome is a thing that a lot of people like. I don't know if we can make that work with, I don't know if there's enough interest or not, but if there's interest, let me know. If we can drum up enough interest, I don't mind doing it as a group break. There's a random piece of cardboard in there. But yeah, I think they're like $300, it looks like right now. Somewhere right in that range. So yeah, not quite sure how that would work, but that's Bowman Chrome. And it comes out, I think, in a week. The pre-orders I think are like $300. They're somewhere right in there. I forget the exact number, but it's not cheap. I almost think we'd have to do a random team draw to sell out the slots to pay for the box, probably. But I don't know. If there's enough interest, I'll do it. But I'm not sure we have that. Hey, Matt. All right, so here we go with our 2022 Topps Chrome. Again, I think this was called the Sonic box. We got Ketel Marte to start us off for the Diamondbacks. Trey Turner, Dodgers. Bo Bichette, Blue Jays. Nice horizontal. And also Blue Jays, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Yeah, those that know Bowman a lot better than me can maybe speak to whether Bowman Chrome is even worth it. I have no idea. Matt Chapman, A's. JD Martinez, Red Sox. Javier Baez for the Tigers. And Alex Kirilloff for the Twins. Hey, Donnie. Hey, Ben. All right. Brandon Marsh, Angels. Max Scherzer, Mets. We have a refractor, Shane Bieber for the Guardians. And Jared Walsh for the Angels. Well, Donnie likes Bowman. Do you like it $300 worth, though, for a box is the question. I don't know if we can fill a group break or not. I'm willing to give it a go if we can do it. Curtis Terry, Minnesota. Nick Castellanos, Reds. Andrew McCutchen, Chimmery Diamond refractor. We have a Mookie Betts for the Dodgers. And our first of the Sonic Waves, or whatever they call these things. Just threw the box on the floor. Black and white Ray Waves, they call these. Javi Baez. This parallel was exclusive to these types of boxes, if I am not mistaken. They're hobby, but they're Sonic or something. I don't know. The naming conventions make no sense. Rodolfo Castro, Pirates. Trevor Story, Rockies. We have a Youthquake, Ryan Mountcastle. The beginning of the Orioles pipeline of ridiculous talent. Isaiah Kiner Falafa for the Rangers. Anyone watch college football over the weekend? Actually, all the way through last night. I'm not a fan of Florida State, so I've enjoyed watching them lose twice. Zach Greinke, Astros. Kyle Seager, Mariners. Carlos Correa, Astros. And Luis Gil for the Yankees. My Reds being out of it in baseball, I've kind of stopped watching baseball. And now that college football's here, that's my new sport of choice. John Lester, Cardinals. Jackson Kowar, Royals. Tyler Glasnow as a Ray. Jaron Duran pulled a lot of his rookies back in, 2022. And then our second black and white Ray wave is JD Martinez for the Red Sox. A good-looking card. JC, too bad Baez can't hit his weight. Yeah, that's fair. Next pack, Yoan Moncada for the White Sox. We have a refractor, Roansy Contreras, Pittsburgh. And then another Youthquake, CJ Abrams for San Diego. Good one for the Padres. And Francisco Lindor, Mets. Super Gadget's happy. Matt Vierling, Phillies. Luis Robert, White Sox. We have another one of those sparkly diamond parallels. Sammy Long, rookie for the Giants. And behind Sammy is Cedric Mullins of the Orioles. Ben hopes he retires, meaning Baez. We got another Padre. Where's Swinko? Tells me I never pull Padres. Blake Snell, Willie Castro, Tigers. Brandon Belt, Giants. Jake Berger, White Sox. So I have to admit that I do not particularly like the 2022 Topps design. This is not one of my favorite of their more modern ones. Kyle Hendricks, Cubs. Jackson Reitz for the Brewers is a refractor. Did they say that on there anywhere? It doesn't look like they do, but it definitely is. We've got another diamond refractor, Alex Bregman. And also for Houston, a nice Jose Altuve. So I feel like the last couple of years of Topps flagship have been really nice, but I'm not a fan of the 22 design. Jake Myers, Astros. Harrison Bader, Cardinals. We have a refractor, Edward Cabrera for the Marlins, and Zach Wheeler for the Phils. Ben says he was happy to have college football start, just like I was. Michigan didn't perform as well as expected. That's true. Although I don't know what people are expecting out of Michigan. They're like, people have them ranked anywhere in like the top 4, 5, 6, all the way into like the 20s coming into the season. Because no one knows what to expect. And the Big Ten looks like an exciting season. That is definitely going to be the case. Oregon didn't look very good, but they're supposed to be great. Ohio State was like, ho-hum. I think they were fine. I do not like Ohio State because I'm a Penn State fan, but, Ohio State was fine. USC looked a lot better than I was expecting. I watched that game, or at least a good chunk of it. So I don't know. It should be interesting. Alexander Wells, Orioles. Trevor Larnach, Twins. Manny Machado, another Padre. Slippery Padre. That is a refractor. I do wish they said on there. We've got Ryan Smith for the Diamondbacks, and then for the White Sox, another black and white Ray Wave, Jake Burger rookie. It's a rookie burger. Super Gadget says, weird to have all those Pac-12 teams in the ACC and Big Ten. I agree with that. I think we're going to end up with maybe 2 or maybe 3 giant conferences when all is said and done. I mean, we're already kind of there with the SEC and Big Ten, but I don't think they're done growing quite yet. Whit Merrifield, Royals. Nelson Cruz, Rays. Albert Pujols, Dodgers. Luis Garcia, Astros. And Luis Gil, Ray Wave, rookie for the Yanks. And Super Gadget says, testing my college football ranking system in the contest. Yeah, so the Pick'em contest, which is what I'm assuming you're referring to over on our Discord, we're only 1 week in. I assume you can still join if you miss the first week. I don't think anyone in there had a perfect week, so probably it's still anyone's game, even after missing a week. Vidal Brujan, Rays. Eli Morgan, Guardians. Yu Darvish, Padres. And Paul Goldschmidt, Cardinals. And we got one more pack for this box. Yeah, I don't think anyone had a perfect week. And I feel like I looked at it and maybe the top to bottom was separated by like only 2 or 3 games. So still very close. We got something colorful in the back here. We'll get that one last. Trevor Rogers, Marlins. Trey Mancini, Orioles. Josh Donaldson, Twins. And then we have I don't have any idea what this is. Alec Boehm for the Phillies. Purple and gold. Numbered out of 299. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting that number to be a lot lower based on how sharp that card looks. That's a sweet card. I have not seen that particular parallel, I guess. But big final prize there, last second for the Phillies. And the Phillies, where are the Phillies on my list? That's going to Jackal. So there you go. So very cool. So I did sleeve that one right away. So that's your box of Topps Chrome. Again, lots of base cards, decent amount of base cards. Less for me to sort than a couple nights ago. All right, and then our big prize, at least for me, because I love Allen and Ginter, is this box of Allen and Ginter. This is the 2023 edition, so this is the most recent. 2024 Allen and Ginter still not out, and as far as I know, no release date yet. At least I have not seen one anywhere. I feel like I saw previews of the design a long time ago, and here and there I've seen a few people post, like on, I don't know, Twitter or X or whatever it's called now. I feel like I've seen a couple of people post like them signing cards for the set. So like it's being made, but no news on it that I'm aware of. All right, so this is our 2023 Allen and Ginter hobby. There should be 3 hits in here, some combination of autographs, relics, rip cards, printing plates, whatever. So yeah, good luck. And I will also note that we do have a non-MLB slot that went to Jackal. So all of the non-MLB cards will be going to that slot, just so everybody knows. And we do get an oversized box loader. It's going to be Justin Verlander for the Mets. Justin Verlander. So that one's going to the Mets. The Mets. That is going to Night Owl. He grabbed the Mets along with his Dodgers. All right. So the other thing about Ginter is there's lots of mini cards, and you got to pay attention. So there's your empty box. No box trickery with Topps and Ginter this time around. All right. So good luck, everybody. Final box for tonight. This will be a quicker break than some evenings. We got Goldschmidt for St. Louis, Paul Goldschmidt. Luis Robert, White Sox. Bregman, Astros. Patrick Wisdom for the Cubs. Reagan's rookie for Texas. Thompson for the Cardinals. Our first mini is of Altuve. That's fitting. It's a little mini Altuve, or as the rest of us call it, life-sized for Houston. And for our non-MLB slot, we have the Golden Eagle. JC, yeah, it does feel wrong seeing Verlander as a Met. I would agree with that. I actually have kind of already forgotten about his stint with the Mets. Emmanuel Clase for the Guardians. Matt Olson for the Braves. There's Robert De Niro. Bell, who's this? Mandy Bell, reporter. Gorman for the Cardinals. Pena, Detroit. We have a only in Cincinnati. Now, these are baseball. So, Cincinnati Reds, it has the team on there. So, those would go, well, this will go in the red stack, but those will go to baseball, whatever stack. And lastly, Greg Maddux. This is the spotless spans. This is a big baseball insert for the year. Glad someone appreciated my joke, Andy. As a college professor, I'm used to my students just staring at me and maybe not appreciating my jokes. We got Marsh for the Phillies, Abreu for Houston, Rodriguez for Texas, Marte for the Diamondbacks, Mitchell for the Brewers, Mount Plaisir. I don't know who. Oh, he's a comedian, is he not? Content creator and podcaster. I feel like I've actually seen some of his videos. Our mini is Larry Walker, short print. I think the short prints for the last 300 again. Now I'm questioning that. I think it was Heritage that switched that around and made the early ones. So that's a nice one for Colorado. And our insert is a Fun in the Sun, enjoying a pina colada. Well, there you go. Next pack. We got DeGrom, Texas. Volpe, Yankees. Rivera, Yankees. Chapman, Blue Jays. Richardson. This will go on the non-MLB. Martinez, Mariners. We have a black bordered mini of Tristan Casas. So black border. And a Mariano Rivera spotless band. So I'm a big fan of Ginter. I have collected this full set. So I have the full base set built and all the inserts at this point. So, yeah. Bob Gibson, Cardinals. Aaron Nola, Phillies. McClanahan, Rays. Valina, tattoo artist. Rasmussen, football player. Tony Gwynn for the Padres. We have a Jackie Robinson A&G back for the Dodgers. That's pretty nice. And we have a Vulture from the Talented set. I also have a full base set of this, I think without the short prints, if anyone's interested as an extra thing. I've been meaning to list on eBay, just haven't gotten around to it. Excuse me. We got Randy Johnson as an Expo. Eloy Jimenez, White Sox. Anderson, White Sox. Wisniewski, rookie for the Cubs. Rendon for the Angels. Hunter Pence for the Astros. Our next mini is the aforementioned Javier Baez for Detroit. Small like his batting average. And Trevor Story for the Rockies. So we should get, like I said, 3 hits in here somewhere. We got Wenbenyama. This was a chase card for this year's Ginter. Well, last year's Ginter. Yelich, Brewers. Is this Meek Mill? Yep, musician. We got Kirk. We also have a hit, I think. So let's slide that to the bottom, shall we? Our next mini is for Arizona. Going to the Diamondbacks, the only in Chase Field. We have a Music to Your Ears, Bongos. We have Alejandro Kirk for the Blue Jays, and our hit is a framed Michael Tucker. Kyle Tucker, excuse me. Not Michael. Kyle Tucker for Houston. I love the framed relics, though. I wish all the relics were framed. Very nice for Houston. I will sleeve the hits later. All right. So there's our first hit. We got Manoah for the Blue Jays. Reed. Crystal Reed, actress. Greinke for KC. Mullins for Baltimore. There's big-sized Altuve. We had fun-sized and now regular-sized. Tim Raines, Expos. We have a Jose Abreu, just regular back mini. And Mike Trout for our insert. All right, let me slide the base cards, that stack out of the way. Yes, I didn't say the Astros are going to JC. So, JC's in here. In fact, he said, nice talk. There you go, JC. Hopefully one you needed. We got Jung for Texas. Assad, Cubs. Duran, Texas. Ezekiel Duran. Robinson, football player. Lil Baby. There's a nice Aaron Judge. And slipping out from behind him is Tony Gwynn, regular mini for San Diego. And a music to my ears, or music to your ears, the marimba. JC says Abreu was amazingly worse than Baez this year. And Schaefer's hoping Tucker comes off the IL for his fantasy team. My fantasy team is terrible. We got Eric Stone Street, actor. There's a nice Gunnar Henderson rookie. He's done quite well. We got Jones rookie and a Meyer rookie. Jones for Colorado, Meyer for Miami. Another rookie, Pascantino for KC. There's Gunnar Henderson. Did we not just... Am I going crazy? Didn't we just have Gunnar Henderson? Come back here. Okay, so apparently, I guess I have forgotten that he has two different... Oh, that's right. One's a short print and one's a regular card. That's what that was. So that's a heck of a pack for the Orioles. Our mini is another black border, our second of the box. This is Taj Bradley for the Rays. And then Pete Alonso, Polar Bear. So that was a good Orioles pack. All right. Ruiz, Athletics. Lopez, Yawn. Soto for the Padres. O'Connor for the non-sports. Salvi Perez, Royals. We have a Red Sox mini, this being a A&G back of Kenley Jansen. And a Great Horned Owl from our talented set. Chisholm Jr., Marlins. Edmund, Cardinals. Rizzo, Yankees. Hoskins, Phillies. Mayer. Bear Mayer. Don't know him. Mark McGuire, Athletics. And another Oakland. We've got JJ Bleday. I don't know. For Oakland, I can't say I've watched any Oakland games this year. And David Ortiz. Just like the rest of baseball fandom. No one watches Oakland. JC says Baez went out and his fantasy batting average was never better. Well, don't look at my team. My team's horrid this year. I'm in a 16-team league, and I think I'm the 8th seed, and the top 8 make playoffs, which I think start next week. But my pitching staff was anchored by many of the Reds starting pitchers who are now all hurt and have been terrible for the last month, and then magically all went on the IL. So I've got nobody left. Nelson for the Diamondbacks. Ichiro, Marlins. Also feels wrong to see him as a Marlin. Wasserman for Detroit. Clemente. He is the Detroit announcer. Yep. Clemente, Pittsburgh. Nice Bobby Witt Jr. Posey for the Giants. We have a Mesa Verde National Park mini and Fun in the Sun snorkeling. Next pack. Hayes for Pittsburgh. Maddox as a Cub. Brown for the Athletics. Clark. Stowers rookie for the Orioles. There's Baez again. And our mini is Kyle Gordon. Regular back mini. And Aaron Judge insert. Oh, we have another hit in this pack. And it's another framed hit. So that's a good sign. We got White. Who's this? Jefferson White. Robinson, Dodgers. Otani, Angels. We got Ohapi for the Angels rookie. Let's pull these up front first. For the Padres, we got a Juan Soto regular back mini. We have a Music to Your Ears violin. And now underneath the Ohapi is an autographed Bun B wrapper. So that's a nice auto, although I will admit I don't know anything about Bun B. But that is going to the non-MLB slot. So there we go. So this box of Ginter has already been good because we got 2 framed hits. Normally you're lucky if you get 1. So pretty cool. Nice looking card. Glasnow for the Rays. Terang, Brewers. Kwan, Cleveland. Torres, Yankees. Ray, non-baseball. Aparicio for the White Sox. Our mini is a Brewer. It is Corbin Burns, A&G back. And Christy Mathewson is our insert. Yeah, a non-MLB auto is definitely better than a swatch. I agree with that. And some of those non-MLB autos go for surprising amounts of money. I don't know anything about Bun B, but I know some of them do. We got Will Levis, Frank Thomas for the White Sox. There's Baez again. Just keeps showing up now. Verlander as a Met. There's Green for the Tigers. Ortiz for Pittsburgh. Whoops. And falling out of that pack was Seth Brown, mini for Oakland. And another talented, Sarima bird. So the hits all seem to be in the same spot in each of the columns. So my guess is this pack right there will have our final hit. That's how it's been going, at least. Crone for the Rockies. Jamison, Diamondbacks. Arias, Miami. Trumpet, playing the trumpet. That's Timmy Trumpet. Ken Griffey Jr. for my Reds. Gary Sheffield for the Brewers. For Texas, we have another A&G back, Ezekiel Duran. And Derek Jeter is our insert. All right, Andy came back with some eBay news for us on the Bun B autos. Says going for about $30 on average. And several have sold. So there you go. Not bad. And Super Gadget likes the bird set. Yeah, talented. I do too. I like the insert sets in this year's Ginter. DiMaggio. We got Guerrero Jr. for the Blue Jays. We have Bichette for the Blue Jays. Lux for the Dodgers. Jansen for the Red Sox. And our silver filigree or something like that they called this is Nolan Gorman for the Cardinals. And those are pretty tough to get a full set of. You can get like 1 or 2 in a box. And then we have an International Delights. Pebion Criollo from Venezuela. Rice, black beans, fried plantain slices, and shredded beef. Sounds pretty good. I've never been to Venezuela, but now I'm hungry. And Music to Your Ears, The Loot. And he says some of the autos are selling over $40. So yeah, that's a solid hit for sure. Pretty much pays for that non-MLB slot. All right, we got Bo Jackson. We got Zoo. Kyle Hendrick, or Liam Hendricks, I should say, for the White Sox. Alonso, New York. There's a nice Mookie for the Dodgers. Jim Thome, Phillies. And we have a Ian Rappaport, regular mini. And then Cy Young. Ginter can hold some pretty valuable stuff. And you can also open boxes that are complete trash. So you just don't know. Burns for the Brewers, Pujols, Cardinals, Howard, Phillies, Peraza, Yankees. There's a nice Rafael Nadal. And our second filigree is, this is a good one. That probably settles too for $10 or more on its own. Derek Jeter, maybe more than that. It's a short print. Filigree, or whatever they were called. We have Nolan Jones, regular back mini, rookie for the Rockies. And Fun in the Sun, jet skiing. Jeter's. Between the Jeter, the framed relic, and then the framed auto, probably a pretty solid return box, all things considered. Not to mention all the other inserts and stuff. Rappaport, full size this time. Nicholas for the Cubs. Alvarez for Houston. There's our full size Robinson. Oh, I was wrong about where the hit lied because here it is. Surprise. We got a regular relic of Paul DeJong for the Cardinals. And St. Louis is going to carry. Yes. Cards on cards. There you go, my friend. And we have a mini A&G back of Adam Lefko. And another, well, not another, but a nice Ken Griffey Jr. All right. Well, I thought this was going to be the pack with a hit. That's where it lived in the first two. Look like there's a bonus hit. All right. So we got Abrams for Washington, Rollins for Philly, Harris II for the Braves, Small for the Brewers, Strasburg for the Nationals, Castillo for the Mariners. We have a mini of Vlad Guerrero Sr. for the Expos, and another bird, the Red Kite. And our last pack. Last pack for tonight. Ripped it right in half. We've got Knott. Who's this guy? In-game reporter, Andre Knott. McGuffin. Grissom for the Braves. Blackman for the Rockies. Swanson for the Cubs. Pete Alonso for the Mets. We have one last non-MLB mini. Machu Picchu from the World of Wonder. I really like this set. Took me quite a while to build it. It's a large set. And then our final card, why not end with the Splendid Splinter, Ted Williams. There you go. So that's tonight's break. I've got a lot of sorting to do once again. I am caught up. I did manage to get all of the cards from last week sorted. It is much harder now that work is back in session. I'll recap the hits real quickly here. The main hits, we had the De Jong, I don't know, Cardinals, the Bunby auto, framed auto, and the Michael Tucker framed relic. So anytime you get two framed cards in a box of Ginter, you pretty much have to be happy, at least for modern Ginter. And, our mini inserts, we got 5 in the box, which is a good amount for a box. So there you go. That's tonight's breaks. We have 2 more weeks of breaks for the Breakers Club. Again, if we can drum up interest for the Bowman Chrome, I'll do it. But like I said, it's like $300 for a box, it looks like. So, and I don't like Bowman. So I personally would probably not be in the break at all. So the Reds would be available. But if people want to do that, let me know and we'll see if we can run it. But otherwise, I don't know what comes out next. So we still have 2 more weeks for this. So that's good. And yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight. Next week, I believe we'll dip into, looking behind me where I have the boxes. I think the Topps Archives box is on tap for next week as one of our boxes. So always enjoy those as a group break. And I believe, is that what we pulled an Ohtani auto out of? Yeah, Ben says too rich for your. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame any. I don't know how people buy it personally, but group breaks make it cheaper. But still, we need enough to sell out. So we got Donnie's in for a couple of teams. Andy and Ben are out. So I don't know. We'll see if we get enough interest, and if we do, we'll go for it. Otherwise, we'll find something else. Super Gadget, yeah, for the Sox. I almost has to be a random team, I think, because I don't know that I think the good teams would just be so expensive. Like the Reds, for example, and the Orioles and whoever else has the hot rookies. They're probably that's why the boxes are so expensive. Like I said, I will probably be out. I probably won't even buy the Reds. So $140 blaster. Yeah, that's fair. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I think that's it for tonight. I've got a lot of work I gotta get done. So have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.